show she could do it, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Although I have to say that these words move more like indigenous.
You're still going to do better than I would, I promise you. Yeah.
Make my body a Quikoyan, this house of song. Garland my bones with those who have gone before, Kogi, and the ones who have gone before them, Kogi. Return, return. Let the sweet wind be their breath on my shoulder, their tug on my tunic. Let my voice join the ancients to swell the sky with 1,000 plumes of light, Ewa. And when the moon moves between sun and earth, let us remember to beat our deerskin drums and dance, to pound our bare feet and chests until this holy earth splits in two and volcanoes rise up in song. Only then will this life be worthy, to make the dark earth rumble and the heart fiercely tremble. This word's hard. Yoliwi yokas tremble. Yeah, that's it.
So, when I said earlier that Leah Jackson and I have been doing a lot of events together over the years, it's been about as long as Ghost Town. Basically, since Leah knew who I was, we've been doing poetry events in previously at 6th Street Gallery and then in this gallery when she opened up, and also next door at Niche. One of the things I wanted to do for years in Vancouver was bilingual readings, and it took a long time, but we did about a year or two of those and did a bunch of different languages. And you know, I've known about Cindy and I've known about Los Porteños for a while and just haven't been able to get the schedules to work to get them over. So I think it's a really special thing to do for National Poetry Month, and she will be reading at least a little bit of poetry in Spanish. So if you have Spanish-speaking friends or Spanish-speaking poet friends, please invite them to come and meet her and hear her work next month on April 9th. So just two of mine. This first one, I have read at Ghost Town, but it's a newer version of it. It's got some more stuff going on in it, so I hope it's okay if I try out the new version on you. It's called Too Cute to Kill, which is something that my mother said about me. He's a questioning motherfucker in the moment, chewing on the divine, as if the state were out to destroy the subjective in each of us. But there's a monster in his mind, looking for a real big woman to make love to. The world is a very puzzling place. The government took all his clothes. Flagrant, sneaking subterfuge. Still, he beat it the hard way, man, with the Rosicrucian thing. My dad is not a villain. He's just an asshole. Like an East Coast backwoodsman, perpetuating the myth that to look is to know.
Yeah.
And then this is the newest of the new. I try every opportunity I have to read anything, to read stuff that's really new and unproven, just to kind of see how it feels in the air. So if you want to tell me what you think about it, you can, and just kind of try it out. So open mics are for, right? Give me some more, this is called. Heard an echo of a twitch behind the eyelid. A myoclonic hiccup resounded from within the throat of a distant memory. Subconscious rumblings, near misses, illuminated by the bird flitting past. The child inside remembers the wounds you've patched over with lies. Well-practiced stories enamored with insignificance. Document all occurrences, however mundane, for there is no telling when the scythe will swing its way through your illusory impermanence.
Nice.
And I don't know how I would describe that, but I just can tell you that I cannot write like that unless I am sort of in that space between being awake and asleep, and indeed that's what happened. I was kind of right on the edge there. And sometimes I push myself to write there just because I know how fruitful it is. This is not something that we've necessarily done in the past, but I thought that it would just be a great thing to do to let Mr. Tommy Gaffney have the last word and read one more poem to us.
Yeah.
As an atheist, I found myself just as scared of heaven as I am of hell. It's called Hezek. Aunt Pat was the first person to teach me about heaven. Not the good stuff, like nobody picks on you in heaven or Everybody gets a warm meal in heaven, knowing that heaven exists. Pappy was her grandfather, Dad's too, which made him my great-grandfather, but we all called him Pappy. Pappy was raised in Hazard and drank a glass of Yellowstone with eggnog every night before bed and owned a collie every year of his life. And once he moved into his oldest daughter's downtown apartment, he kept a rifle across his lap at all times in case any trouble came sneaking around. You don't beat on women where he came from, not in Hazard. He once pulled a gun on the Perry County Sheriff's Department because they were threatening his dog. You don't beat on collies either. After the VA took his leg, diabetes don't give a shit what caliber your gun. Pappy never shaved the stump, not in jeans nor in long johns. He kept it out in the open as if giving it some air might help it grow back again. Fresh air used to fix everything. It scared the piss out of us when he wiggled it, but it's a wonder Pappy didn't hurt himself about my giggling. Sorry. When he laughed at you, you could see all the way through to his tonsils, no teeth left to block the view. I was too scared to be polite anymore like Mom had taught me. Instead, I pointed at him and started shrieking, "He got no leg," he'd scream. But Pappy caught the pneumonia that adults around me called it water in the lungs and hushed voices and stopped trying to hurt us until his embrace because it was still catching. No more go on now. Give your Pappy a hug. Water in the lungs kept him in a kitchen chair in the bedroom, away from everyone else. A blanket tucked under his ass to keep him from falling to the floor. He came from Hazard and didn't have indoor plumbing, so he moved into his only daughter's downtown apartment. Pappy got water in the lungs, I figured, because he wasn't accustomed to fossils and such. Your Pappy's up there now, Pat said. The clouds at her fingertips bruising each other like a bag of dropped apples. When I asked how he got all the way up there, she turned towards the sunburst, unraveling towards the ground. Called it Jacob's Ladder, the stairway to heaven. I didn't mourn so much as marvel at how hard it must have been for Pappy to climb all those stairs with just one leg. Thanks again.
Is that every Monday or not?
No, every first Monday.
Every first Monday at Tony's in Portland.
Every first Monday we have a feature, but it's late night event. We try to start at 8, which means we start at 9:30. It's a good time to come and have drinks, really settle down. If you don't have anything prepared, a few drinks and you might get something prepared. You know, it's a good time every first Monday. Brittany Baldwin is, in my mind, one of the best writers I've ever seen in our area. She's amazing. She's featuring next month, whatever April 3rd, 4th, whatever it is. It's well worth the time to come over there and see what she's absolutely great. So, everybody, thanks again.
Thanks one more time to Tom Gaffney for coming. And I want to thank Tim Partington, my co-host, and all of you for your time and energy and poetry. Please be good to your bartenders. And Greg said that if those in the back or those who are inclined to help out with folding some of the folding chairs would like to do so, if you'd like to carefully do that, that would be great. And even though we're all the way at the end, just please be careful with the machines as you're making your way out here. And we'll see you April 9th. Thanks so much for being here. What a great night.